Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of After Bath, Before Bed, and Beyond. Tonight's book is Junk Pile by Lady Borton. Let's jump in. Every afternoon, Jamie Kay helped Papa store the parts he'd removed from the wrecked cars in his junkyard. Jamie set Papa's generators next to his carburetors. She stacked Papa's fenders in a corner, but the hubcaps were Jamie's very own. These she arranged like flowers around their trailer. Jamie and Papa often sang as they worked. Your car won't start? Don't lose your heart. You're in luck with our tow truck. Ain't nobody don't need a mechanic, Papa always said, or our junk parts sooner or later. Late each afternoon, Jamie waited with Wing on the trailer stoop. Next year, in the first grade, she would ride the school bus herself. But for now, Jamie had a job helping her father. The bus lurched down the winding track that led into Jamie's hollow. The yellow lights on the bus blinked as it crossed the creek. As soon as the bus stopped at Jamie's trailer, its red lights flashed. Jamie raced for the open door. Hey, big time, the driver said. Jamie said nothing. She liked it that Mrs. Blair never made her talk. Jamie's brother Mark smiled hello. He was in first grade. Push Mark's wheelchair into the house, will you, Jamie? Mrs. Blair said. Sometimes Mama pushed it. Jamie said nothing, but she pushed the chair. Robert Haynes has just moved into the big house on the ridge. He looked out the bus window at the junk cars parked around Jamie's trailer. He snickered at Jamie's hubcap garden. Junk pile, Robert called out the window. The other kids giggled. Jamie said nothing. The next afternoon, Jamie was arranging hubcaps like petals to make a rose. When the school bus arrived, "Hey, junk pile!" Robert called. The other kids laughed. Even Mark giggled. Then Robert chanted, "She's a hunk of junk. Clunkety clunk. Junk pile." Robert, Mrs. Blair said. Jamie said nothing. She pushed Mark into the trailer. Then she and Wing took off running. Jamie had a secret school bus all her own. Her bus didn't have tires, but it had a wheel. It didn't run, but it could fly. Jamie stamped on the gas pedal. Hurroom! Hurroom! She spun the steering wheel. She and Wing flew out of the hollow. But then the motor sputtered. Ain't nobody don't need a mechanic, Jamie said. She grabbed a screwdriver and climbed into the engine compartment. She sang one of Papa's songs. No good in the hood? Maybe we should fuss with this bus, just us. The next Saturday, Jamie and Wing rode in the wrecker with Papa. to fetch a '53 Ford. As they passed Robert's house, rusty parts fell off. Clunkety clunk. "Hey, junk pile!" Robert yelled. "You lost something?" Jamie said nothing, but that night Wing went off hunting. He came home whimpering, muffler clamps tied to his tail. Then, several days later, on the last day of school, when Papa was away, the bus stopped in mid-creek. Mrs. Blair climbed out and opened the hood. Mama came running, and Jamie too. "Lost my clutch pin," Mrs. Blair said. Jamie scaled the radiator grill to hunt for it. "Jamie K," Mama said, "get your bones off that bus." Robert leaned out the window and sang, "Your bones and skin can't come in. You're a has-been, junk pile." All the kids tittered. Jamie felt her cheeks go red. "Come on, Wing," she said. She ran off to her own school bus, stumped on the gas pedal, and flew away fast. Then Jamie thought about Mrs. Blair stuck in the creek. She crawled under her own bus and rummaged through parts she and Papa had piled until she found their can of bolts. Then she raced back to Mrs. Blair. I got some clutch pins," said Jamie. "Since when do you talk?" Mrs. Blair asked and smiled. "That's not talking," Robert announced. He turned to the other kids and chanted, "She's a hunk of junk, clunkety clunk, junk pile." "Robert Haynes," Mrs. Blair snapped. Jamie and Mrs. Blair searched through the can. Then Mrs. Blair reached under the hood and pushed the clutch rod ends together. All the big kids watched as Jamie slipped in a pin. Come summer, Jamie pushed Mark up to Papa's workshop and down to her hubcap garden. Still, Jamie wished for a friend that wasn't a brother. But whenever she and Papa passed Robert's house, Robert turned away. "You'll see, Robert," Jamie thought. "Ain't nobody don't need our junk parts sooner or later." That afternoon, Jamie hooked rusty clamps together to make a chain. For decoration, she wove in brightly colored electric wire. The next day, she dropped her chain out the wrecker window as she and Papa rode by Robert's house. The chain landed with such a jangle that Robert turned around to look. The next day, Jamie braided old fan belts around some door handles. She added her favorite hood ornament. Later, she let the fan belt slip out of the wrecker window. The day after that, Jamie went to Papa's workshop. She tightened all the bolts on a fuel pump. Then, with a screwdriver, she scratched her name on its lid. She wrapped the pump in a rag and tied her package with blue electrical wire. The next time Jamie rode with Papa, she dropped her fuel pump in Robert's yard. It landed. Clankety clunk. Jamie waited. A day passed, too. Then, one morning when Jamie and Mark were sitting on the front stoop, Wing started to bark. Jamie looked up to see Robert carrying something into their hollow. He crossed the creek stone by stone. In his arms, Robert cradled a dog. He petted his back, made a fan belt as shaggy as fur. He rubbed its fuel pump ears. Then Robert set his dog on its door handle feet. He wagged the tail he made from Jamie's ornament. Maybe Wing wants a buddy, Robert said. Wing sniffed. Jamie said nothing. With his toe, Jamie drew a circle in the dust. I got me some hubcaps up home, he said. Jamie looked away. She thought she could see the red flashers blinking on her secret bus hidden in the trees. You ever fly a bus? She asked. The end. Well, everyone, I hope everyone has wonderful, sweet dreams that take you beyond. Good night.